Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
It's a Tuesday afternoon. It's feeling very autumnal, so I guess it's probably a good time to talk with Hannah Zwartz about pumpkins. Good afternoon.
Oh, kia ora, Tanya.
Is it time to be planting them, or is it time to think about harvesting them?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's too late to be planting them now, but it is a really good time to be harvesting them. And sometimes you'll see the surprise ones. As the vines start to die off, sometimes you see a pumpkin that you didn't actually know was there.
Surprise!
Surprise! Here's a pumpkin, so it's a bit like a Easter egg hunt in reverse.
Nice surprise.
Yeah. But sometimes, the temptation is to pick them all and start to eat them, but I would just say no big rush, because if you can leave them on the vine until the leaves will be dying off, but when the stem of the vine is totally brown and dry, that's when the pumpkin is fully ripe. And it doesn't really matter if you're going to eat it right away, but if you want to store it over the winter, or if you want to use the seeds, then you'll need to, if you leave it on the vine that much longer. Also, I reckon it improves the flavour. And likewise, if you're storing them, if you eat it straight out of the garden, it's kind of almost green. It's almost more like a bit squashy or a bit watery.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It's almost like having an umbilical cord on a wee baby.
Yeah.
And you leave it till it's got the maximum amount of nutrients it needs, and then it decides it doesn't need this anymore.
Exactly. And then it, shrivels and drops off. I think, I haven't done scientific tests on this, but I think it gets a better flavour. It gets sweeter and riper. The difference between a really nice, sweet, tasty pumpkin and a sort of a watery one is sometimes just letting it sit, and even after you've picked it, let it store for a few weeks before you eat it.
Oh, does that change the flavour as well, or does that change the wet or dry consistency?
Maybe it's partly drying out a bit, but I think it gives it a better flavour. As I say, I haven't done any scientific studies on this.
Yeah, it's just I know my mum has a thing about pumpkin. She hates the texture of it if it's too wet. Me and Dad don't mind it. So if she's cooking it up and I'm saying, do you want some pumpkin? Oh, no, I won't have that one. It's too wet for me. She likes them really nice and dry.
Yeah, I like them dry and fluffy too. But anyway, it's up to you how you like your pumpkins. But if you are leaving them out in the garden to ripen, just put something underneath them, like a brick or a tile or a pot or something, because that will just keep them off the ground so they don't rot. And when you store them, just tip them on their sides, because if you leave them sort of sitting flat, you get condensation running down into the stalk or the other side, and that's where you'll get mould. So store them on their sides.
There we go. Go and check. You might have a surprise pumpkin in your garden lurking around. That's a good idea, but tip it in its side in the garage. Okay, always learning new things from Hannah Zwartz, of course, and she's Kapiti Coast District Council's Green Gardener. You can catch her here again, same bat time, same bat channel, tomorrow, Wednesday. Thanks, Hannah.
Kia ora.
106.3 Beach FM.